Good morning, mostly people. Today we're going to have to do this again because apparently TikTok didn't like this video the first time, man. Because this, my friends, is going to be We Told You So, episode 117. So just sit there on your butt and don't you go nowheres.
Yesterday, Trump signed an executive order aimed at closing the Department of Education. And while getting rid of the department does require an act of Congress, he is ordering his Secretary of Education to do everything in her power to dismantle it. He is once again pretending he's a king who can just do this on a whim. This is a crusade the Republicans have been on for decades in hopes of privatizing everything, including education. That way they can send it back to the states, and the religious people can then influence your curriculum. That way the Republicans in red states can freely disobey the Constitution and teach religious bullshit to your kids in public schools, whereas blue states will continue actually teaching your children. This is just going to make the smart smarter and the dumb dumber. Let me check in on something. Hey, Homestar, what's your opinion on the new president?
I hate that freaking marshmallow.
Fair enough. Also, because of the Doge, dozens of Social Security offices are going to be closed. This was after Moldfinger went on Fox News and said that he personally plans to chop $500 billion from your Social Security. This is after the entire campaign leading up to November 5th, the Republicans claimed they weren't going to touch Social Security or Medicare. Of course they lied. Hey, Homestar, what do you think about Terminator Goebbels?
I hate that freaking robot.
Again, totally makes sense. Meanwhile, Tesla's stock continues to tank as it's lost nearly 50% of its value in the last few weeks. Of course, it doesn't help that there was recently a recall of nearly every Cybertruck because of a defect where a large piece of metal will come peeling off the side and flying into traffic. This is after they've already been known to catch fire or explode. All of this culminating together is the reason why investors for Tesla are now calling on Muskrat to resign. Which he of course is not going to do, but that's fine, he'll just further drive the company into the ground. Meanwhile, Canada and the EU are swiftly retaliating against Trump's steel and aluminum tariffs. This is actually part of the bigger picture of how Europe is becoming much stronger now, because they have united against us. The EU is standing strong with Ukraine, Canada, and Mexico, and pushing back against the blatantly illegal authoritarian regime. Ironically, Trump has united Europe in a way that nobody else ever could, because now the rest of the world has a common enemy as we have become the bad guys. And knowing that the current administration is pro-Russia, the EU has renewed their sanctions against them. And just like with the White House, the Pentagon is now purging lots of things from its website. All at the order of Pete Hegseth, the drunken Fox News pundit who now runs the Pentagon. Articles about the Big H, September 11th, and cancer awareness are all being scrubbed, under the ridiculous pretense that these things have something to do with DEI. And as we all know, the term DEI to them means anything involving women, black people, marginalized groups, or history that they want to whitewash. It's important for us to all know the assignment, because the only reason they want to make all of these cuts to spending, they want to take away everybody's benefits and cut $500 billion from Social Security, is to pay for their extended tax cuts for rich people. Yet in the meantime, gullible MAGA continue to fall for AI.
Oh, the libs are going to be big mad. Trump doesn't want Washington, D.C. to be Washington, D.C. anymore. He wants it to be Washington, D.A., the District of America.
Geniuses. This has been We Told You So. If you want a moment of positivity, go over to my backup account and watch my newest video.